NGE is in a crossroad. They get to take the Hoyo route, which will end up exactly what he said, or they get to take the Kuro route, which will end like exactly like Withering Waves. Looking at their track record, going from Tower of Fantasy to this, it tells me there's a very good chance they're gonna take the Kuro route. I don't know why he's not giving NGE the same grace we have given Withering Waves once. I think it is safe to say one does not simply quit gacha, right? You can take away the person from the gacha, but you can never take away the gacha from the person. And the good old Baldy, good old tectone, good old, oh, there's a bunch of tones depending on which side on the internet you look at, but there's a lot of tones out there. I think in the gacha space, he's more of a blueprint tone, but in different spaces, he's a bunch of other stuff tones, man. So anyway, I've been looking around, just scrolling, minding my own business, and long and behold, I am met with this, where Tectone himself, the person that has swore off gacha games for good reason too, because gacha got Tectone acting a little questionable.
Man, these 3D bitches. On God, I'm sticking with my 2D Genshin Impact baddies from now on. I'm straight up goon maxing.
So yeah, I think it's better, especially for him to quit gacha game. All right, I think that's something we can all agree on. That's a consensus. I think everybody can just hit a thumbs up on. But anyway, I've seen this clip from good old John. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but anyway, let's hear what good old Tech has to say and go from there.
And I'm going to tell you this now so you can hear me and ignore all of the other content creators lying to your face. Guys.
Okay, so apparently I'm a liar. Anyway, we're all liars except him, of course. Of course.
NTE is dog.
Ooh, that's a big claim.
Okay? NTE is dog. And you know what they're going to say? Oh, well, it has really good bones.
But so, it does. Just like Wuwa. Wuwa in 1.0 kind of sucked. It was mid. The story was eh. The voice acting was eh. It was a bit of a buggy mess too. It was buggering waves. I don't know if you guys remember that, but it was literally known as buggering waves. And now we still have frame waves or something like that, withering frames or something. Yeah, like duh. Of course, all gachas are hit by that. Like it kind of comes with the territory.
So did Honkai. So did ZZZ. Okay.
Wait. He's only listing. You're only listing Hoyo games. Of course they're gonna behave that way because it's fucking Hoyo. Duh.
And they're all too.
What about Withering Waves? For fuck's sake.
That's the reality. I don't want to hear another person say it has really good bones if the developers expand upon it. They won't. It's garbage.
Okay, if he is basing this on Hoyo's behavior, I can see where he's coming from. But I think it is unfair to apply the same level of, let's just say, expected behavior that Hoyo does on the others as well. Yes, there is a bit of Hoyofication, especially when it comes to kudo games. Sure. But we're not completely there yet in the sense of lowering costs, being lazy, and how much, let's just say, fun we're providing the players. All right, the only thing we can criticize Kuro, definitely the amount of freebies with the 50-50 system. I think that's the first thing that needs to go, and then we can revisit the rest. But that's the only criticism we can do. But the rest, the game is doing a lot, and I feel like personally for NTE, considering how we were from Tower of Fantasy and now to NTE, I feel like that's quite the evolution that the studio has shown and deserves a little bit of a, let's just say, grace, right? We're not gonna chop off its head immediately. Let's stay our hand a little bit, let them cook, and go from there. All right, this is 1.0, and I want to remind you, Wuwa in 1.0 was kind of mid, like a solid 6 out of 10, right? I'll be totally for real. I love Wuwa now. It's a good 9 out of 10 as a game today, but in 1.0, it was that. How did it get to 9? It's through players' feedback, it's through trial and error, through that it managed to become the product that we know and love today. So yeah, I think that's something very important and a good piece of context to keep in mind as we go in this topic.
It's bad now, and it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be even worse later.
Holy moly. So anyway, I guess he's basing this on Hoyoverse's behavior, which that's the case understandable, but like I just shown, as we've seen from Tower of Fantasy to this, tough. And anyway, let's see what Asmongold has to say as well. Asmongold has also weighed in on how it feels to play the game.
But yeah, I've been playing this game a lot more, and I've really enjoyed this game. I think it's a fun game. It's kind of funny for me to see. It's funny for me to see people get mad about it because of the AI stuff.
Yeah, there it is.
But I'll probably play more of it at some point in the future whenever I get like more of my levels and everything done.
All right. So why is Asmongold's take clearly different than Tectones' take? Well, obviously, it has to do with the type of players they are. Asmongold is obviously more of a casual in terms of how he approaches the gacha system, the daily system, etc. Right? Tectone is like a daily player, right? That's what he's like, a try-hard, sweaty gacha player. And for that type of player, let's just say the Hoyo games are definitely going to give you some PTSD, that you're always going to be wary that the company in charge of the game you now play is going to behave the same way, which is very understandable. And that's why I think Asmongold can have a more nuanced, easy, more fun approach towards the gacha game here. Now, I think clips in general can be, let's just say, out of context sometimes. Maybe I do want to get more context into this. He made a video where this was clipped from, so we're gonna watch that and go over that. But this is basically the conversation that kind of got me intrigued in what good old Techie had to say about NTE right now, because, you know, you would think like he just moved on and not gonna look back into gacha, but once again, I guess one does not simply just quit gacha. Let's get into it.
And the gacha community is still talking about me. Even more so, we have the Chinese community not being able to let go of me. This thing blew the up too, by the way.
Oh?
This thing got 300,000 views, 9,000 likes. Everybody's universally glazing it. Look at this.
Thank you, master.
Oh no. Wait. I think I remember this. This is old. I think I remember this.
Thank you.
Oh, it's Kai Haoyu. I remember this.
The more things change, the more things stay the same.
Huh?
Can I tell you guys why this meme is indicative that I was right about everything that I ever said?
Yeah, if we're talking about Genshin players, oh yeah. And I dare say, actually, a lot of players are starting to behave the same way, even in Kuro, etc. Like, we're having a ton of this stuff in different places as well, actually. A little bit less, of course, than Genshin, but that spirit is, let's just say, affecting different spaces too. I mean, different communities too, sorry.
Can I tell you why this directly shows that I am right about everything I ever said? Because this tweet, this video, is first of all posted by someone that has me blocked, as well as everybody is universally agreeing and saying true, as well as, guys, you want to know the crazy thing about this?
I think I know why this is blowing up again, because there's a lot of controversy going on in Genshin Impact right now. I hear that they didn't give enough freebies for, apparently there's like a very important character to pick up, and there's a second character, and there's a lot of pull pressure for free-to-plays. And let's face it, Genshin Impact is mainly dominated by free-to-play players, as most gachas are, but in Genshin Impact they are incredibly loud. And there's a lot of backlash to Hoyoverse because there's like a freebies, so that players feel a lot more pressure to spend money, which most of them are not going to do. And plus, more dangerously, apparently a leaker said that one of the characters was going to be in the standard banner, but it turned out not to be the case, and people are mad that the leaker was wrong. I could be wrong on this one, but that's just what I heard. So take that with a grain of salt there, but yeah, it's not good to be a Genshin player right now, man.
Video? My editors made this video 2 years ago.
God damn, that was 2 years ago. Sheesh.
This is my video.
Man, it feels like yesterday, man. Shit, I thought it was like 1 year. 2 years ago is crazy.
It was so good that now CN is reposting this old post, only now it's a current video.
Yeah, because it's a current video due to the new backlash that Genshin is facing. Absolutely. This is 100% that if anybody is gobbling up what Genshin is doing right now, this is basically what it is.
Because I warned them about absolutely everything that would befall their community. And for some reason, and this is why, and okay, I'll be right, I'm probably going to go back and try the Wuthering Waves collab, I'm going to be honest. But this is why...
That one is pretty darn good. I think it's an exciting time to be playing Wuthering Waves. I think if he hasn't played 3.3 and you get to play the collab too, man, that is a fun afternoon.
Being a part of the gacha community is so exhausting was because essentially my entire career was talking to the lowest common denominator, retards, not my community, those outside of my community, because they were so offended by what we said inside of our community.
Bro, I have literally now people that are saying you should not expect freebies due to a CN bug, despite the fact that WUWA had literally a mistranslation in Japan for Jian's weapon, and everybody got a 15 pull, setting a very solid standard on all of us or none of us, right? That's what a real equality is. People are saying you should not expect shit because of CN's issues, just like CN shouldn't expect shit if we get issues. What type of separation and what type of their side, our side is this? We're all the same type of players enjoying the same type of game. Like, what are we talking about here? We're all the same. We're all NTE players. We're all WUWA players. We're all gacha players. What type of mindset is that? That doesn't even compute. I understand it, but it's like, does it benefit us or is it against us? I understand trying to keep some form of a realistic expectation on how gacha companies should behave and like treating like players are like as spoiled children. But that's not us being spoiled children. That's us literally pointing out a flaw in a behavior due to the new standards that the competition had already set. Like, please, for the love of God, people are trying to police people's expectation towards predatory gacha games, for crying out loud. Like, I want us to think about that for just a second. We're trying to calm people down from expecting something off something that is predatory towards us. I mean, please.
And I got exhausted. Of having to talk to retards that didn't get it every single day, to where I found it easier to do social commentary on current events and politics.
Imagine dude, gacha politics, gacha tribalism is literally gacha politics. I'll be honest, man, the level of passion I've seen in gacha is next level. Like, it trumps politics, in my opinion. Like, holy, I think I know what he's coming from. I think I know what he means. Like, holy moly, it is actually that bad.
Over gacha players.
I know.
Because they're so dumb. They don't get.
I don't think they're dumb. I think it's just that there's passion that clouds judgment. And there's also, let's just say, do I want to say it? You know what? I'll just say it. Disappointment over what they believe is the right attitude to have towards these games, and looking at the others and looking at them disappointed, like, oh my God, I gotta share a space. It's like when you go to a car shop and there's this sweaty ass, just nasty, like don't shower type of players over there, and you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna be seen next to this person. People are gonna assume I'm the same type of person. Oh my God. It's kind of that is what I feel like is happening within the gacha space. Hot take here. I don't think I've ever heard someone say that, but that's just what I think a lot of people look at others in the space as and act somewhat accordingly, is what I'm starting to assume how a lot of y'all see others in the space and why I see certain behaviors out here. And of course, there's the the smelly, doesn't shower type of person that creates those guys, is of course insecure, hollow, empty person with no personality that attaches their personality with the success of a literal predatory gacha game that sells 2D anime baddies in order to feel better about themselves and feel validated online, etc. And this sentiment takes many forms. Isn't limited to necessarily just gacha games. They're just sillier there because these gacha games are literally trying to, you know, take stuff from you. So, yeah.
Ever. So my job was to let them know hey, this is what's happening. Hey, this is what is going to happen, by the way. And they say, wow, this guy's awful. This guy's terrible.
I think the issue people had with Tectone is definitely the messaging. People are just too sensitive online. The more I'm outspoken, the more I realize just how sensitive people are online. And wording and the way you message things is incredibly key. Despite people coming at you with a condescending behavior, you still have to, let's just say, watch out, or else you're basically just escalating things. It's actually that bad, man. Like, a lot of people can be sensitive, man. It is what it is. I just gotta call it as such. A lot of people can be sensitive, and I guess as CCs, if we're gonna want to improve the space, we kind of have to sometimes take a few on the chin, right? Just let them feel what they feel and go from there, right? And most importantly, what helps a lot, it's not just them. There's a bunch of other people as well that may be more level-headed and not as sensitive. They're more grounded, I guess is the better term to use here.
When all I did was tell them the truth. Guys, why do you think I have Galatians 4:16 tattooed on my arm?
I have no idea what that is.
Because they hated me. They thought I was their enemy because I told them the truth.
I feel like I just went back to high school, man.
All I wanted, all I've ever wanted, was for the gay to get the out of the game. Guess what, guys? The Yuritards are still going crazy.
When did we have gay shit on the game? It's just the fans. You just ignore those. They don't exist to me.
All I wanted was better monetization practices for these already overly predatory games. Guess what?
That's literally why I started following this man and why I call him Blueprint Tone. The reason why I call him Blueprint Tone is because not only people followed him in how they go about doing content, sloppy, gosh, kind of like myself in a bit, but more importantly, follow up on the message of how we should expect to be treated in this space, right? How the developers should go about treating us, the consumers, because let's face it, the current formula for NTE, it feels more balanced, but the reason why it feels more balanced is because of how bad the standard that was set by Hoyoverse. I call it the Hoyo formula, right? That's why NTE feels so good. Oh my God. But the reality is that should have been the norm day one. But that's just what it is, man. A lot of Corpa really is going to test boundaries and see what works. And unless a competitor checks them and gets in the way of their sales, they're never going to really change.
What? They've gotten worse. All I wanted is for the trans to get the out.
Well, you did fix the weapon banner, though. I mean, at least there's that.
Guess what? Now everybody is secretly a woman or a man. It's terrible.
And SSR fixed a bit of their tier list, because I think the best character right now is Archer, and that's literally given out for free. There's Sparkle, which you can get for free as well. She's like tier 0 now. A lot of characters, like I'm seeing Kafka, Black Swan, like those are old units that people can just, if you already have them in your account, you just pick up the new unit and make them work, and boom, you have a viable team. I feel like SSR is kind of doing their thing. If I could be speaking without much knowledge here, I could be putting my foot in my mouth, but from what I've seen, I don't know. I think SSR is doing somewhat okay. I'm really intrigued in trying that out again.
All I wanted was to make a gacha friend group full of people who actually liked each other and were kind and weren't corporate bootlickers. And that fell apart.
No, I don't think none of them are corporate bootlickers. They're self-bootlickers. There's a difference. They're ego bootlickers, to be more specific. Not all of them, but we all know who.
And it breaks my heart, man. It really does, because
it does.
You were a part of my community.
The reality is, the more I spend time in this space, the more I realize a lot of people are more self-interest driven, more than, let's just say, kind of go side by side and move together as a unit, right? And that's sad to see. But then again, is this limited to just these guys on like CCs, etc.? No, this is a type of behavior you're gonna see pretty much everywhere, really. It's sad. Like, you would think a CC is considering, how daunting it can be to be a CC. You would want like some unity, right? But tough, unfortunately tough.
You were a part of my content. All I ever wanted to do was make better consumer rights for gacha players.
Yeah.
That's it. Let's keep going here.
But the gentleman can't.
And people are still against that for some reason. We don't know why, but the consumer isn't as important as the investor. But the consumer creates the very marketplace for the investor to even be interested in the product, that the product was created due to the consumer existing in the first place. Like, nothing happens without the consumer. What happened is everybody's being brainwashed into undervaluing themselves as a consumer is what's happening. I'm not saying we should be kings and queens and they should be groveling at our feet. Please play my game. No, I'm saying at least respect certain standards and try to uplift us and one up the competition and have and create better standards that in which you treat the consumer is what I'm voting for, is what I'm trying to push for. And I think everybody benefits from this. Whether it's the competitors, they get to one up each other. And if anybody doesn't compete, well, the market does what the market does, right? And we keep going from there. Everybody wins. But it is what it is. I guess people just want to remain in this safe, grounded, already established reality, when really everything we do online and in the moment we share opinions and we share criticism is always for what? It's for change. Well, God forbid we have change. I know change is scary, guys, but we kind of have to go through it. And you want to know how change occur, how transformation occur? It's through discomfort and sometimes with pain. I mean, look at how you build muscles.
Feet off the floor.
He's not a gentleman. He's my servant.
And there's the mint pickers. Yep. And it's still true today, boys. Let's be real. What do streamers do? They walk around, they collect mint, and they talk.
Do that still happen? No, I think Enviosity quit. Echo picking? I don't even think people echo pick. I think the mint picking meta is like completely dead.
Talk about some you don't give a fuck about, because there's nothing to do in these games. There's
absolutely
nothing.
nothing.
And I'm going to tell you this now so you can hear me and ignore all of the other content creators lying to your face. Guys, NTE is dog. Okay?
I think what he just meant, this is the clip we just seen, with this type of context right here. This is why I think context is very important.
Nothing to do in these games. There's nothing to do in these games.
This applies to Wuwa. This applies to Genshin. This applies probably in NTE as soon as we finish the content. It's going to be the same. Live service models like these typically suffer from this problem, which is after you're done the new main story quest, there's absolutely nothing, fuck all to do. Wuwa has it, and yet it's still praised. I don't know why he's calling NTE here a dog shit game when literally Wuwa has the same issue as well. And I'm pretty sure he likes Wuwa because he just said, I'm fitting to play the collab. So, yeah.
And I'm going to tell you this now so you can hear me and ignore all of the other content creators lying to your face. Guys, NTE is dog. Okay? NTE is dog. And you know what they're going to say? Oh, well, it has really good bones. So did Genshin. So did Honkai. So did ZZZ. Okay? And they're all too. That's the reality. I don't want to hear another person say, it has really good bones if the developers expand upon it. They won't. It's garbage. It's bad now, and it's going to be bad. It's going to be even worse later. And I hate to tell you this, but it's the truth.
And he's not worthy of our company.
Well, not necessarily. Okay, look. NTE is in a crossroad. They get to take the Hoyo route, which will end up exactly what he said. Or they get to take the Kuro route, which will end like exactly like Wuthering Waves. Looking at their track record, going from Tower of Fantasy to this, it tells me there's a very good chance they're going to take the Kuro route. And if they do, we're about to meet a good, solid 9 out of 10 gacha game in the near future, just like Wuthering Waves. Wuthering Waves, up until the Black Shores, is when it really stepped up its game. And in Arena Sita, it was just peak gacha, right? That was like #1 gacha game, 100%. Still is to this day. But it got to that through criticism and through us communicating to the developer, and most importantly, giving them a chance and telling people, hold your horses, let them cook. That was very important. I was one of those people. Let them cook. There's good bones here. It's the same shit. It's the same shit. I don't know why he's not giving NTE the same grace we have given Wuthering Waves once. It's just PTSD. This video screams gotcha Hoyo PTSD. Like, Tech has Hoyo PTSD, and unfortunately, Wuwa didn't fix it.
Thank you.
Oh, that's what you meant by mint picker? Well, the reason why I call them mint pickers because I can't just flat out call them a nit.
Ninja. He was meant to say ninja.
Here we go.
Okay.
Remember them days? You remember them days? Ah, those were the days, man. Those were the days. They forgot the 15 pulls from Japan.
You're 3 men now.
Damn!
I think it didn't happen back then because it took a bit. If I remember, launch, selector, and then it took some time before we got that. Yeah.
Let's go. Stop the car. Okay.
Yep. There you go, man. Good on you. You made it out. You made it out.
Oh, Boyka. Oh, man, I miss this. Boyka was so him.
It's beautiful, man. All the they had to endure, all the they faced, all the controversy this game got for no reason.
Yeah.
And Wuthering Waves is still killing it. It's the only gacha game worth a damn.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Huh?
All the they faced, all the controversy this game got for no reason. And Wuthering Waves is still killing it.
Well, NGE is 1.0. Well, hold on. What became... It wasn't the case day one. The story was mid. The voice acting was mid. It was all over the place. The music was as fuck. What? The only thing that was good in WoW was good fucking mechanics. It felt like a good, fluid, well-polished video game. Like you can just kill monsters and it felt satisfying to play as the characters in the game. Even more so today. That's it. And NGE is kind of the same. The combat feels fluid enough. It's good. I wouldn't say it's the same level as Wuthering Waves. Obviously, it's supposed to be a bit of a middle ground between WoW and Genshin, right? NGE fell somewhere in the middle, a little bit close to Wuthering Waves, in my opinion, because I'm pretty damn sure the more characters get introduced, the more we're gonna get more flashy, faster type of play style that we're gonna be introduced to for sure. Right now, it's just let's get used to the mechanics and easy stuff like Nanali and stuff. But I'm pretty sure there's already quick swap. I'm hearing talks of quick swap. I think I found myself sometimes quick swapping, and it feels very satisfying, just like Wuthering Waves. So it's like, I don't know, man, the Hoyo PTSD got to this, man. I don't know what the fuck this is, but I don't know why we're not giving NTE the same grace we have once given Wuthering Waves. And I'll be honest, man, my hopes is that NTE be in the same exact clip over here, man. I do. I really hope NTE gets to deliver just like WoW has delivered. And I think looking at the track record, it just might be the case. Either way, right now is a good time to play NTE. It's a free game you get to play. If it's enjoyable for you, great. If it's not, you can always wait for the updates and go from there. No real pressure at all. And if they deliver, they deliver. If not, guess what? Just like every other gacha, comes a point when you finish the content, it's just dailies. You have a decision to make. If you're tired of 10 minutes of WoW and 10 minutes of this, well, guess what? You have to choose. You have to choose. That's what happened to me in the past with SSR. I used to play SSR and WoW. I started going, you know what? That's too much dailies for me. I have to choose. One gacha game has to go. SSR had to go. So I just kept playing WoW. I do dailies. And sometimes I get so tired, I don't want to do my WoW dailies at all. So yeah, that's basically what's going to happen. And even then, you don't have to quit the game completely just because you don't want to do dailies. You can just keep doing... you can play the daily in your main game, right? The main gacha game, the main side game, and the other one, like as soon as there's a big patch or something, there's like new content, you can log into it and have fun. Like it's not a big deal. But the most important thing is for these games to keep delivering quality, polish, and listen to feedback and construct upon the feedback of what the players want. That's key. I feel like NTE might be able to do that. It's 1.0. They just spawned through controversy already with AI and stuff. I feel like history is repeating itself, just like what happened with WoW is happening with NTE, just in a different fashion, but history tends to repeat itself. So we'll see. We'll see.
It's the only gacha game worth a damn. Guys, I want to remind you that this video has gone viral on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitter for being 100% correct. And
Yes.
it's a video that my editors made for me from that I said 2 years ago. And now they've only just recently translated it into China, and they're all universally agreeing.
No, it's happening now because of what's happening with Genshin. I'm surprised it didn't happen before. Shouts out to Genshin for keeping it under wraps for so long. Okay, you know what? I think the Genshin fans are either quite the sleepers or Hoyo is very sneaky. It's one of the two.
Want to know why?
Because they finally woke up.
Western gacha community is full of a bunch of blabbering retards. That's the truth. Honestly, the East, they're not even that bad. They're honestly pretty decent. They are. Sure, they get walked on a little bit too much and just take it. But to be honest, they're a hell of a lot better than the Western community. The Western community is full of a bunch of shills and a bunch of... That's the reality. Pick one. There's still a couple of good eggs out there. There are. I still think Genizad's great. I think Santontas is great. I think Gacha Smack's great. I think a lot of people are great. Sorry if I didn't mention you by name, and I hope that doesn't mean, oh, you didn't say my name, which means he hates me. No, those are just 3 names that come to mind.
Oh, man, dude. I swear, like, I'll keep saying it. Like, growing up and maturing is realizing that a lot of people, maturely speaking, never graduated 8th grade. Jesus.
But man, it was just so annoying where all I did was tell these people exactly what was going to happen. They wouldn't listen. And then they have to label me all these horrible things to where now people want to believe atrocities about me because they can't just do one thing. Admit that I was right all along.
Wait, so you're telling me people are buying into the controversy because of you? You know what? That makes sense. So yeah, I mean, if they hate you, they hate you. If you got ops, you got ops.
Because I always have been. Everything I said was always correct. And by the way, you're welcome for changing the weapon banner in Genshin Impact.
And there it is. Hey, we appreciate you, baby.
But no other content creator in the gacha space has ever done what I've done for the community and gotten so
1,000,000%.
little for it. So rather than about it, rather than and moan and whine and keep on talking to who just will not listen, I just decided to dip. And to be fair, channel's doing pretty good, right? You know, I mean,
goddamn, Lord of mercy, man, that is a lot of green.
Bad, you know, 25 million views a month isn't too bad, but
I think you know what I mean.
The reality is I don't really care about the views. I don't really care about the money. I'm going to be successful at what it is I do, no matter what it is, because my work ethic is insane.
Tech is by far one of, if not the most incredible, hardworking individuals I have ever met. Like Tech, like he's in my top 5, easy. Like holy shit. Especially the work-life balance. How the fuck does he even do that, man? It's insane.
Wish the gacha community was just a little bit less. It was a little bit less retarded. That way I could continue to make games with these people. But even still, every single video I upload about gacha is people losing their mind because they're too retarded to understand the truth. And that's the reason why I will probably never come back full time. Because the community.
Okay, so he will take a peek from time to time when there's a conversation. He's just not here full time. Okay, that makes sense.
Stupid.
So he didn't quit 100%. Okay, well, that's great. That's good to know, actually.
They are. Guys, if you are here now, you know the community is too stupid to...
A good vocal minority of the community is, I think a lot of people have matured. I'm seeing a lot of maturity personally. I'm seeing a lot of intelligence in how people go about giving out their opinions, how they react to different opinions. I'll be honest, man, I'm quite pleased with the improvement that the gacha community has seen over a little bit of my, let's just say, pause, right? Because I haven't been around for a little bit, but I'm really glad to see some of the improvement here. So I think Tech, once again, it's like that PTSD speaking, and mainly I feel like also allowing the black dots in the white picture take all of your attention. I kind of want to focus on the white spots in the frame, right? I think that's what I really want to focus on, which is a lot, right? Like I'm not gonna focus on the shit stains over here, right? Like screw them, like I just wash them off, get them off the picture.
Understand anything, and it genuinely breaks my heart.
And there it is, man. A little bit sad to see the PTSD get to good old Tech and not give NTE at least the benefit of the doubt, the same grace we have given in Wuthering Waves once. I feel like calling it a shit game directly like that is just gonna fuel the flames of tribalism, which are still smoldering to this very day. Tribalism, I feel like there's a healthy form of tribalism and a bad form of tribalism, and unfortunately for us, tribalism is given a bad name because of how a lot of people have weaponized tribalism to just push for this agenda and this consensus of one game is better than the other, and try to, let's just say, farm validation points online of dunking on others that may not share the same interest as they are, which is very weird, right? Like just let people play what they play. But here we are, but we are here. We're gonna keep voicing ourselves. We're gonna do our very best to not lower ourselves to levels we have no business lowering ourselves to. We're gonna try to not make as much mistakes as possible as we try to have a constructive conversation to better improve and have a more united front, so that we can present feedback to developers and so that they can give us better quality products that we can all enjoy. I feel like that should be our main objective, as we all share the same passion and enjoyment of these games, helping each other improve on these games. Not only on these games, because I feel like they're good, let's just say, a common ground where people can meet, but I also feel like through that, people can become friends, can become acquaintances, and grow together as individuals. That is my ultimate hope through what I do personally as a creator and me interacting with these games and its communities, to be completely honest with you. But that's just me, though. Let me know what you do. Let me know how you go about things in the comments below. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. Be seeing ya.